we had discussed the abstract problem of the area and the volume. In the last lecture we discussed in detail area and the volume, what is actually area, what is the volume, and how can we find the volume of different shapes of the surfaces, and do some basic examples. First of all, my first question is that I just remind you what is the area and what is the volume. Area and the volume are just a space inside the given surface. If we have a 2D surface, then the inside space, the space enclosed in the 2D surface is called area, and the volume surface enclosed in the 3D surface and 3D surface is called its volume. And the first abstract problem is here. The statement of this question is that police use a tape of length 50 meter to carbon off an area is the shape of rectangle. It means that 50 meter tape is given, and we make this 50 meter tape a rectangle which is represented by the vertex PQRS. This implies that sum of all the sides of the rectangle is equal to 50 meter, and PS, and the length of PS is equal to 6 plus x meter, and this its height is 6 plus x meter. And part 1 is that show that area of the rectangle is given by we have to show that area of the rectangle is equal to this expression. And to calculate the area, we need to think length and width, length and height of the rectangle, or length or width, whatever we say, but we use here height and the length of the rectangle. But you can see clearly here we have the given only two things, that the total length, that the sum of all the sides of the rectangle is equal to 50 meter, and in this height of the rectangle. So we require first to find the area of this rectangle, to find out the length of this rectangle. We know that the opposite side, what is rectangle? By definition of the rectangle is that the opposite sides of the rectangles are equal. It means that PS must be equal to QR, and the PQ must be equal to SR, and we just use this expression. And the just read the second part of this question is that express A in the form. It means that this is the expression of the area, and we reduce it like this form. Here A is a constant. It means that something constant minus here is x minus something constant. B play a role of constant, so x minus b whole square. Like this expression we have to obtain. Let's see how can we determine this expression and also state the maximum value of A. And so let's see the solution of the first part. We have to find the length of the rectangle. This is actually we need. Then we find the area. So given that sum of all the sides of the rectangle is 50 meter, in the statement it is given that the 50 meter tape is carbon is off, through which we make a triangle PQRS. It means that sum of all the sides of the triangle is equal to 50 meter. So we write all the sides PQSR PS plus QR is equal to 50 meter. As we know that the definition of the rectangle is that the opposite sides of the rectangles are equal. So this implies that and PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to QR. So putting the value, putting these values in this expression, we get and PQ also 2 times and the PS also 2 times. And so to take as common from the left side, then we get this expression. And now dividing a whole equation by 2, and this 2 by 2 cancel, and the 50 by 2 is retained, and we get like this expression. Because here 2 is 2 by 2 is cancelled, and so 50 by 2 is equal to 225. I've also the value of the PS is given in this statement, which is equal to 6 plus x. I just put this, nothing else. And now when we shift this expression to the right side, then the positive sign changes to negative. It's we know it's we know. So positive sign becomes changes to negative. Now when we open this round bracket, then negative multiply in each term when nothing sign is written with the digits or with the term, it means that here is a positive sign. So negative positive, we know that is equal to negative sign. So here the sign of the sign with the 6 is negative, and the positive negative is also negative, so the sign with the x also negative. Now 26 minus 25 minus 6 is equal to 19 minus x. So finally we get the length of the rectangle and the height of the rectangle are given in the expression. So area, we just write the formula of the area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by height. Putting the values of length and height, this will be equal to this, and after multiplying we can add this expression 19 multiplied by 6 114 114 and 19 multiplied by 6 plus x plus 6 multiplied by minus x is equal to plus minus appears, and 6 multiplied by x 6x minus plus minus and x multiplied by x is equal to x square. You see here 19x minus 6x is equal to 13x minus x square. It is desired this is, we have to show that area will be equal to this, so we show that area of the rectangle is equal to this. Now we see the second statement. Second part is that express a in the form of this. So in the form of this, first we write here the formula of this a minus b a whole square. For what is the formula actually, how can we expand it? It's expanded it as a square minus 2ab plus b square. It means that if the expression is like this, then we can write it as a minus b whole square. And so we have to first find this expression from this area, from the expression of area. So first of all we write here the value of area expressions of area is this. You can see here x square is play a role of x, a square plays a role for a square, and 13x plays a role 2ab minus 2ab plus b square, and we have to find the b square, which one or what is the here b. What actually in this expression, what is b square? So first of all we write 13x in like this expression. 2 appears in this expression by default, so separate 2 from this, and we write digits with 2 multiplication we get the 13. X is retained as it is, so it means that 2 multiplied with 6.5 we get 13, and this is the same as 13x. So here x play a role of a, and 6.5 play the role of b, and 2 play the role of 2. It means that what is b? B is 6.5. we need the 6.5 square, so we add 6.5 square and minus 6.5 square, minus 6.5. You can see easily this plus this minus this cancel to each other, and the expressions retain expression. It does not affect in the above expression, so we can add and subtract at the same time. The next expression will retain there, will remain same. So now take negative common from second, third and the last term. We take negative as a common, then we get this, and the first and the fourth term are written here, and the square of 6.5 is 42.25. Adding these terms will be equal to, now you can see here this is a x square play role of a square minus 2 as it is 2, and a what is a is equal to x, b is equal to 6.5 plus 6.5 square. It means that b we obtain this expression. This expressions is in the form of this. It means that square of these two terms we taken as and in the negative form, and here we can see that square of x and square of 6.5 we take their difference and whole of square. So this is our requirement. You can say this is a constant minus this is a square. This is the form. And the last part of this question is that what is the maximum value of a. Now we have to find the maximum value of. You can see you know very it's that the square of each positive, even either it either the digit is positive or negative, it doesn't matter, but the square always gets results in positive quantity, positive digits. So it means that and the digit of this square of this round bracket is a positive digit, and the negative appears in the outside of this expression. It means that and this digits always, for each value of x, this digit becomes negative, that decrease this digit. So it means that highest, it means that for each value this number decrease. So this means when this is equal to 0, it will be this retains. So the maximum value is this, because this is the negative and for each value of x it decrease the area, it decrease even we take a negative or positive. And so the maximum area is equal to this. Next abstract problem is here. Please listen this statement and understand this statement very careful, then you can solve this problem very easily. The main thing is to understand this statement of the question. A solid, now we read, I am reading. A solid cube has edges of length x centimeter. It means that a solid cube is given to us whose each edge has a length x. Each edge has a length x. It means the length of each edge is equal. A solid rectangular block has its length 2 centimeter long than the cube. It means that length of the rectangular is equal to x plus 2 centimeter, and its width 1 centimeter short than that of its cube. It means that width of the rectangular block is x minus 1 and its height is twice that of cube. It means that height of the rectangular block is 2 multiplied by x. And then find the following. First, total surface area of the cube, total surface area of the rectangular block, volume of the rectangular block. First part is that find the total surface area of the cube. First we write the total formula of the total surface area, which is equal to 2 multiplied by L represents the length and W represents the width, plus L represents the length multiplied by H height. H represents the height, W width and height. This implies length width plus length height plus width into height. And the first find the surface area of the cube. We have to find the surface area of cube as in the given statement is that each edge of the cube is length of each edge of the cube is x. Length of each edge of cube is x. So this implies that length, width and height are x is equal to x centimeter, given that each edge of the cube has length x centimeter. So length, width and height of the cube is equal to x centimeter. And so length multiplied by x, length multiplied by width, x multiplied by x is equal to x square. This is also x square, this is also x square. This becomes 3 times, and 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6 centimeter. So the total surface area of the cube is equal to 6x square into centimeter square. Next, the second part is that find the surface area of the rectangle. Now first we write the length of the rectangle, width of the rectangle and height of the rectangle. In this statement given that a solid rectangle block has its length 2 centimeter long than of the cube, it means that length x plus 2. X is the length of cube and 2 centimeters long. It means that x plus 2 is the length of total length of the rectangle. Similar one width 1 centimeter short. It means that x is the length of the cube. If when we subtract 1 from x, then we get the width of the rectangle. Similarly, height of the rectangle is the twice that of the cube. It twice means that 2 times. So this implies that height is equal to 2x. So total surface area of the rectangle is written here. Now putting the values of length, width and height. We put the values length, width, height, length and height, width, and multiplying these expression we get x square minus x plus 2x minus 2, and this is you can see 2x. This is also the term that involve x, so we can subtract from we can adding them, and plus 2 minus plus 2x minus x, this will be equal to positive x, and minus 2x retain, and these two terms also retain, and these two terms also retain as. And now we collect the terms that involve the x square in the here in this expression. We collect all the terms in the first curly braces that involves the terms of x square, and the second curly braces we collect that involve x, and the last one is constant which is single. So adding these we get the 5x square, and adding these we get 3x minus 2, and this is our required result, which this is the area of the rectangle. And the third part is that volume. Find the volume of the rectangle. So we know that what is the formula of the volume is equal to length, width multiplied by height, and so putting these values and we get the expression this. Putting the values of length, width and height in the formula, then we get this expression, and multiply these with each other, then we get add this and this. Here we can see that 2x and minus x are involving the x, and we can adding these two terms, then we get the positive x in the resultant, and these two terms as it is, and these two terms also as it is. Now we collect the terms that involves x square in the first curly braces plus, and the second curly braces we collect all these terms that involves x, and the last is just constants, and the remaining are in the last. And the adding up these terms we get 5x square, and adding up these we get 3x minus 2. This is the required answer. And the third part is we have to find the volume. Volume of the rectangle. We know that the formula of volume is equal to length multiplied by width multiplied by height, and putting these values and multiply to each other we get this one, multiplied by first with these two expressions that are in the round brackets, and multiply these two we get this, and after simplification we get this, and multiply by 2x with the with this curly with this round bracket expressions we get this. The volume of the rectangle is this. If the value of the x is given, then we substituted the value here, and we get the exact volume in the digits. Next another abstract problem is that the length of the rectangle is 7 centimeter long, then its breadth. It means that breadth is given. Let x denote the breadth. Here x breadth length of the breadth is given, and the statement is here that length of the rectangle is 7 centimeter long, then its breadth. It means that length of breadth plus 7 centimeter is equal to the length of the rectangle. Express the length of the diagonal of the rectangle in the term of x. It means that we have to find this diagonal. The breadth is given is here, which is equal to x, and the length is equal to 7 centimeter then breadth. So it means that x plus 7 centimeter is equal to length, and given that breadth b is equal to x and length is equal to x plus 7, first we write the given data, which is equal breadth, length, and what we have to do to find the diagonal length. You know that when this is perpendicular and this is the base and this is the hypotenuse, here we can use the hypotenuse Pythagoras theorem, where we can use the Pythagoras theorem, which is equal to hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. We know that what is base. Base is denoted by L, hypotenuse denoted by D, perpendicular is denoted by B, and putting these values and substitute and simplify this. Open this square, which is equal to B square plus 7 square plus 2b into 7 plus b square. This b square and this b square is equal to 2b square plus 49 plus 14. 7 into 2 14b as it is. Multiply हो जाए multiply and multiply by b. Now and take the 49 to the left side, then its positive sign becomes to negative, and its answer is 120 is equal to, and taking 2 common from the right side, and we get b square, and here is 7b, and dividing whole expression with the 2, then this 2 becomes cancelled with the division of 2, and 122 divided by 2 is equal to 60. Now we write in this in the 60 to the right side, then we will get this expression. Now we have to find the value of v. Actually what is y, actually what is b. So now using factorization method, break the 7b into this 12b minus 5b. You can clearly say that 5 and 12 minus 5 is equal to positive 7. Now taking b from the first two terms, taking b, here is the remaining b, here is 12, and taking minus 5 from the third and the fourth terms, we get b plus 12. Now you can see that b plus 12 and b plus 12, first term also first term and the second term, both terms are contained b plus 12. So we can take it as a common, and the remaining is 5 minus b is equal to 0. This implies that this is equal to 0 if and only if b minus 5 is equal to 0 or b plus 12 is equal to 0. Since b cannot be negative, b cannot be, because b is a length, so b cannot be negative. It means that b is equal to 5 since this is always positive. So this is the required result. This is the required result. Next we have a question is that the point A, B, C are given by the coordinates A, B, C as shown below. Find the area of the triangle. We have to find now we have to given is that just the value, just the coordinates of the vertex coordinates of the triangle, vertex coordinates of the triangle, and we have to find it, its area. From the figure it is clear that this B A is the hypotenuse and BC is the base and CA is the breadth or height, whatever you can say, whatever you want to say. Now first of all, we have to just find out that BC and the length CA. First of all, we take as we get CB or BC are equal, are same things, whatever you write. And you know better well how can we find the length of this length from two vertex. The if b is at the end, then the x component of the b minus x component of the y, x component of the b minus x component of the y whole ka square plus minus 2 plus 2 ka whole ka square, it will be is equal to 4. Now is CA, this is C and this is A. Now 3 minus 1 ka square, 6 minus 6 plus 2 ka square, with this will be is equal to 48 square root. Now we have to find the base, and now we get base and the breadth. we just put these values in the formula of the area, formula of the triangle ABC. What is this will be equal to 1 over 2 length multiplied by width or height. And so putting these values in this expression, and we get the answer 16.5, which is our requirement. This is the answer of our problem. Next question is that and this question is very interesting. Just focus, you have nothing else. This is very small, very small problem. You can see this is answer, first slide, its end. And just focus, how can we find it? It is very easy. The figure below shows two geometrically similar hollow cylinders of the radius 5 and 8 centimeter respectively. So here, and this one is the cylinder, this one is the cylinder. Its radius is 5 centimeter, its radius is 8 centimeter. What is the volume of the bigger cylinder? We have to find the volume of the bigger cylinder. Each smaller cylinder has a volume of 100 centimeter cube. In the statement, the volume of the smaller cylinder given is equal to 100 centimeter cube. So when such problems are given, we use the ratio. We use the ratio formula. Now get the ratio of both cylinders. How can we find the ratio surface area? Just we find it as 5 divided by radius of the lower cylinder divided by radius of the largest cylinder and whole ka square. This will be equal to 25 divided by 6, and to get the volume, we take its cube is equal to volume of lower cylinder. You can see formula clearly. Radius of smallest cylinder divided by radius of largest cylinder whole power of 3 is equal to volume of lower cylinder, which is given in the statement, which is equal to 100. And I just put the values directly, and we suppose that V is the volume of the bigger cylinder, so this will be equal to V. So now this implies that we just taking the cube of 5 and 8, which is equal to 125 and 512. This will be equal to 0.24414. Now we take the cross multiplication, and V becomes here, and this term becomes the denominator of the 100, becomes as the denominator of 100. This will be equal to 409.6 centimeter. This is the answer. Now you see that this is the very small problem, but it's a statement. We want to understand the statement, what is actually given, and which one we have to adopt the direction.